Hey, hello guys, welcome to Learn Eternity, a platform to learn anything, anytime.
In this tutorial, we are going to learn something about alert and progress bar in Bootstrap. So before proceeding and learning with the alert and progress bar, let me explain you what do you mean by alert. Okay, so in Bootstrap, alert are primarily used in order to display a contextual feedback message to the user. So take an example. Suppose you want to display a message to the user that the account has been successfully created. So you can use alert in order to work with that. Suppose you want to create an alert message that's showing that the detail that you have provided is not valid. So then you can use a alert which is responsible for displaying the error message. Okay, so these are the kind of thing that we can use with the help of Bootstrap. The example of a progress bar that we can take is that whenever you want to upload certain files or download certain files from the server, then we can show a progress bar as a notification that certain amount of percentage the uploaded files has been done. Okay, so there should be a percentage that 30% file has been uploaded, 20% file has been uploaded. So in that case we can use a progress bar. Okay, so this is an example that I wanted to give you. So let's get started and do some coding stuff. So I have just created a file with some content on it. So I have just included the Bootstrap CSS, linked the Bootstrap CSS, linked the Bootstrap JavaScript file and the jQuery file. I have also created one container with the row of a column d6 with the row and class div with the column d6 and again a row with the column d6. Okay, so there are some function that we are going to learn in this case. So we are first going to learn different variation of alert message. Okay, then we are going to learn how to create a dismissible alert. Then we are going to learn how to put a link inside the alert message. Then we are going to learn how to work with the progress bar. Okay, so once you create this small template, so just go ahead and work with this. So I'm just going and creating one div. So in order to work with the alert, you just have to create one div and you just have to pass a class of alert. So once you pass a class of alert, it know now that this div is considered as an alert. But we have a secondary class that decides what is the exact styling of that alert. So in that case, I'm just passing the first class that we have is alert success. So alert success is primarily used when you want to display something like you have successfully logged in. So I'm just writing a message all success and writing you are successfully login. Okay, the another type of alert that we can work with is alert type of information. So in that case you just have to include alert info class to deal with. Okay, so this is kind of informative tab. So I'm just writing information and typing please go and click on the button. Okay, so this is some kind of information I'm just providing. The another type of alert that we can use is a type of warning. So if you want to display some warning to the user, you can use this alert type of warning. So I'm just writing a warning as the text. I'm writing here as a please fill in all details. Okay, another type of alert that we can use is a danger type of, which is primarily is used in order to display some errors. Okay, so I'm just writing here text that is error and writing here please select file to process. Okay, so once you create that alert of a different type, just go ahead and save this file and move to your file and flash. So as you can see, we have created a 4 alert variation. So the first one is a success, the second one is information, the third one is a warning, the fourth one is an error type. Okay, the next thing that we are going to learn is the dismissable alert. So let me go ahead and copy this alert to this column. Okay, so once you do that, in order to create a dismissable alert, you must have that dismissable cross sign in order to click that, and once you click that, the alert box should be dismissible. So in order to do that, we just have to add in the case of alert, we just have to add alert dismissible. Okay, so make sure you spell it right. Okay, dismissible. And once you do that, you have to create one button with a class of clothes, and in that we have to provide another attribute which is useful in order to work with dismissing the alert. So the attribute is data dash dismiss and value is alert. So once you pass that value, on the click of that, the alert is going to be dismissed. You just have to pass a span as inside this button in order to display that cross sign that you will be clicking, and it will going to just dismiss. Okay, so in order to create that, I just want to write a times. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and refresh. So as you can see, we have that cross sign in order to dismiss this alert. So once you click on this button, it will get dismissed. Okay, so let me go ahead and copy this button over to different alerts. Okay, and just make sure you include this alert dismissible class inside this every alert in order to make it dismissible. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and save and refresh. So as you can see, this is a now dismissible alerts. Okay, the next thing that we are going to learn is something what we call as a link inside the alert. Okay, so let me copy this alert once again and paste it over here. Okay, so once you do that, in order to create a link inside the alert, you just have to pass a href tag with the link content. So I'm just writing this says link. Okay, and you just have to pass the href source, and you just have to pass the class of alert dash link. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and save that file. Okay, let me go ahead and copy this anchor tag to every alert so it can be useful. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and refresh. So as you can see, we have successfully created this alert link inside that alert, and it is now also a dismissible. Okay, so that's it about the alert. The next topic that we are going to cover is a progress bar. So in order to create a progress bar, that is a normal basic progress bar, you just have to create a div, okay, and pass a class of a progress. Okay, so once you create that, in order to create the progress bar, you just have to create another div and give that a class of a progress dash bar. Okay, so once you do that, there are a couple of attributes that you have to include. The first attribute is a value, area value min, which decide the minimum value of the progress bar. Then we have to area, that is ARIA. Okay, then we have to provide a maximum value. So I'm just passing the area value max is equal to 100. Okay, and I'm going to provide the value that you want to display as of now. Okay, so the value now will provide this condition. So I'm just providing a 60 value. Okay, once you do that, you just have to provide a style of width of percentage within percentage. So I'm just providing this a 60 percentage because I have provided the value of a progress bar to be filled as a 60. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and save the file. Okay, so just go ahead and save the file and refresh. So as you can see, I have created the progress bar with 60% filled. If you want to display any label inside that, then you just have to write a label or a text inside that progress bar div. So once again, save and refresh. So as you can see, this is now 60% filled. Okay. The next thing we are going to learn is called as stacked progress bar. So stacked progress bar or let me create a strip progress bar before learning with the stack progress bar. So I'm just writing here a new heading called as a stripped progress bar. Okay, so let me copy this progress bar and paste it over here. Okay, so once you want to create a strip progress bar, what do you mean by strip progress bar? Is that whenever you want to display a progress bar in a solid color, then we use simply a progress bar. But we want to display a progress bar in a multi or stripped line, then we can use a strip progress bar. So what do you mean by that? Let me tell you. Okay, so in order to make the strip progress bar, you have to write a progress, then progress bar and dash stripped. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and save and refresh the file. So as you can see, we have that stripped effect applied to our progress bar. If you wanted to change the color of the progress bar, then you can apply 4 classes. Either you can use a progress bar success. So in order to make it green, you use a progress bar success. So I'm just refreshing. Let me change this little bit. Okay, so the spelling mistake was there, so go ahead and refresh. So as you can see, this is now in a green color. If you wanted to change it in a danger color, then we can use a progress bar danger. Just go ahead and save and refresh. Okay, so this is what we call as strip progress bar. The next thing we are going to learn is called as animated progress bar. So let me go ahead and copy this bit of code and paste it over here and change this to animated. And in order to make the progress bar animated, you just have to type a class of active. Okay, I'm just passing a class of active. So once you do that, if you want to change this color, I'm just changing this color to success. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and refresh. So as you can see, this is progress bar with the animated effect. Okay, the last thing that we are going to learn in a progress bar is called as a stacked progress bar. Okay, so what do you mean by stacked progress bar? Is that a stacked progress bar is created in order to work with the stacking multiple progress bar together. Okay, so how to do that? In order to do that, I'm just going to create one progress bar, and once you create that progress bar, you just have to add multiple progress bar inside that progress bar. So I'm just writing here a stacked progress bar. Okay, so inside the progress bar you just have to copy this bit of progress bar 3 or 2 times, whatever you times you want. Okay, and in order to work with this you just have to remove this um, three attributes when you are working with the stack progress bar. So I'm just removing this. Okay, so once you do that you just have to change this percentage depending on your requirement. So I'm just writing this as a 35 percentage, then I'm just writing this as a 20%. Okay, and I'm writing this as a 10%. Okay, so I'm just creating a progress bar with the stack progress bar. In order to create stack progress bar, just create a div of progress bar and add a multiple progress bar inside it with the different percentage. Okay, once you do that, I'm just going to change this color so you can identify the different progress bar. Okay, so let me make it denser and let me make it primary. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and save and refresh. So as you can see, we have created a stack progress bar with the 3 progress bar included in this single progress. Okay, so as per your requirement you can work with the progress bar and different alert variations.
So that's it for this tutorial. Hope you understand everything. If you have any doubts, feel free to comment below. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay tuned. Till then, see ya.